Bitcoin, let's see what's going on in the Bitcoin chart here. Bitcoin's having a small daily bounce. Keep in mind, we had this beautiful topping tail here, and I pointed this out to members of Verified Investing Crypto. And again, Verified Investing Crypto members, as soon as I saw that topping tail, I said, okay, guys, this is a short-term sell signal. And look, 1, 2, 3, 4 down days following that topping tail. If you guys aren't familiar with topping tails and bottoming tails, they're amazing indicators of potential tops and bottoms. Definitely something you want to check out. Again, I teach it in the Verified Investing Education series, the Winning Trader series. And again, you can find that at verifiedinvestingeducation.com. All right, couple other things here. As we see, Bitcoin is getting a small bounce today. And again, the big thing to watch for markets bouncing, look at the dollar. The dollar is up slightly. Watch it on Powell. When Powell speaks, if the dollar pops, you have resistance at 104.20 or so. And again, I do think that the dollar is having a 3-bar surge. 1, 2, 3. You likely, even if you get a little pop here, you're likely going to get a pullback in the dollar. That would bode well for a continued small bounce in Bitcoin and maybe potentially the stock market. All right.
In this video, Gareth Soloway, president of InTheMoneyStocks.com, discuss about the outlook for cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and gold. Bitcoin has been recovering strength and is now trading above the $23,000 mark after the announcement of U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell that inflation is beginning to decrease. Before going further in this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button for more interesting updates. Ether has recently been able to maintain stability at the $1,650 mark. The market reacted quickly to the favorable news, reaching a market worth of $1.09 trillion. U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell reiterated his anti-inflation position yesterday. This mindset has benefited the cryptocurrency market, especially the price of Bitcoin. The U.S. dollar fell on Wednesday as Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell gave no hint of a hawkish pushback against the country's solid labor market. This encouraged chances that interest rates will not increase much higher. Powell recognized that if economic conditions continue favorable, interest rates could need to increase more than anticipated. But he reaffirmed his belief that a process of disinflation was already in motion. The U.S. dollar strengthened last week after it appeared that the employment statistics would show an increase in the unemployment rate and the number of employed people. But its climb was short-lived and has since significantly dropped again, closer to what it was during this summer.
Any sort of dollar weakness, you should expect the equity market, the assets in general, risk assets like Bitcoin, to get a little bit of a pop. All right, next up, let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla's on my radar. It is trading up on the day. The key level I have on Tesla, which is a sell short level, is going to be this beautiful level here, right? So again, Tesla, look at this pivot low, look at this pivot low right here. And again, that is a beautiful maneuver right there, right through here as well. That gives us a very strict resistance level right around 206 on Tesla. So Tesla, again, 206 is going to be your major resistance. If we continue up, and let's just say risk on continues for the next few months, where would we head as your maximum upside? This downsloping trend line would be next. So resistance 1, which is major, again, that would be a shortable level. And then again, later on, if it continues through, resistance number 2, this downsloping trend line, beautiful resistance there. It's been an amazing bounce in Tesla, basically almost 100% off of the lows. But again, you're finally starting to come into some major resistance on the chart. Look to the chart. The chart is always going to be your truest form of honesty. Okay. And again, that's why I'm successful at what I do and why the people that I teach are successful, because once you learn to control your emotion, you then can focus in on the probabilities, which don't guarantee winners always. God knows I am not a perfect trader, but far from it. But if you can win 7 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, you're going to be a Hall of Famer in this game, right? That's just the bottom line.
It is clear that Tesla shares extended their breakneck rally on Thursday to double from the lows touched in early January, helped by a rising appetite for growth in technology stocks and signs that demand for its electric vehicles is rebounding. Tesla stock just won't stop going up. Shareholders should feel happy, but they should keep asking themselves what comes next. Shares closed with a 2.3% gain at $201.29 on Wednesday. The S&P 500 and Nasdaq Composite dropped about 1.1% and 1.7% respectively. The jump put Tesla up 63% year-to-date, and up almost 100% from its January 6, 52-week intraday low of $101.81.
And by the way, I want to stress this to you guys. Everything that you guys are going through, I've gone through. And so I don't want you to feel like, oh, Gareth, look at him. He's a great trader. I was a beginner at one point. I didn't have any guidance. I got into this market $10,000 as a day trader. I lost it. I lost it 10 times. Let's look at silver real quick here, guys, as we go to silver. And again, silver is coming into my level. If you guys have been following me, and even on my interviews, I've been saying, guys, it's bullish consolidation on silver, but you can't buy this rip. You cannot pay up. So I said, when it pulls back to 22, I might start nibbling. And I think I might at a pierce of 22. And then if it gets below 22, my next levels, 21.20 and $20.80. So those are my accumulation zones on silver. And again, it was due for a pullback, right? Just like gold. If we look at gold, right? Gold has had a mammoth run, finally coming in. The level on gold where I'm going to start to play it. Again, guys, I've talked about this one right here. See this pivot area. If gold pulls back to about 1805, I'm going to start getting involved there.
Gold and silver are two popular investments for those looking for assets that can be both a store of value and an inflation hedge. These precious metals are both well regarded and have long histories, but they offer different kinds of benefits and safety, and investors should know how they're likely to perform in multiple economic climates before they decide to invest in either. Both silver and gold can function as safe haven assets, but gold tends to have a better track record over long periods of time. As for how investors should position their portfolio, Paulate said he likes holding about 60% in globally diversified stocks or ETFs and the other 40% in precious metals. In a breakdown of his precious metals holding, he added that he would hold about 70% in gold and the other 30% in silver. If you are wondering if the current gold price is a good buy, I would say that in the long term, gold is still cheap given the current conditions.
On Polkadot today. Yeah, Polkadot's getting a little bit of a pop. I still have resistance around this 740 level right up here. So, you could get a little bit of a bounce here. To be honest, this is going to go up if Bitcoin goes up. So it follows Bitcoin quite accurately. And again, I would be looking to potentially start a short position north of 740. There's a chance you could retrace all the way up to this 850 level. But this is your area now where you're starting to get significant resistance. Okay. In terms of my Bitcoin, I just want to be clear on this because a lot of people are continuing to wonder, is my analysis still showing, is it going to still go down to the 12 to 13,000 level and potentially 9? And I want to stress that as of now, the larger time frame technicals are still showing that. So be very, very careful. I could be wrong, of course. Again, I am wrong every once in a while. But right now, to me, I would be much more intrigued if this popped and touched 25,000. We have a position in verified investing crypto. I would be unloading that there and then looking for a bigger move down. I think it's very interesting how investors have gotten so bullish on Bitcoin when it's this small of a move. Look at the size of that move and then look at where the all-time highs were. So to be able to claim this is a new bull market, it's a little tricky. And I've seen a lot of so-called fundamental analysis out there that, this must be the bottom, the 4-year cycle, this and that. But remember, the 4-year cycle was under the guise of Fed printing money. They're not printing money right now. So you have to be a little bit open to things changing up a little bit here. And I want to be clear on this.
On the 4-hour time frame, Bitcoin is now facing immediate resistance at the $23,325 level, with closing candles below this level potentially leading to a drop in Bitcoin price to $22,750. Because technical indicators like the RSI and MACD are in a buying zone, an increase in buying pressure could push the price of Bitcoin toward the $23,700 mark. What are your thoughts on Gareth Soloway prediction about Bitcoin and other risk assets in 2023? Do you expect these assets to perform beyond investors' expectation? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like our content, give this video a big thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel.